Hello, hi, and welcome. Hope everyone's having a good time wherever you are. so, um, I'm just going to say it. I hope the internet holds. Um, no problem so far. yeah. When I tried to stream last week, was it? We ran into some major problems with the internet. Yeah, it was just one of those things. It just kind of kept happening. And the thing is, with me, I'm like, if it keeps happening, you've got to kind of accept it, haven't you? How do you have stamina to stream at 2 a.m.? well, actually, so the reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually using a new streaming software. So I need to test it out. So the only way I can test it out is to, stream. so like at 2 a.m., like it seems like why not? Why not? Why not? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move my microphone to the middle here because you want to actually be able to hear me when I'm talking. Hey Burned Oils, hey Renalicious, how you doing? Hey Squirrel, um, hey Brighter Man, how you doing? How you doing? Hope everyone's doing really, really well. Yeah. Hey, Earth Earworm as well. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna try playing through the um alpha that we tried to play it last time. It all went horribly wrong, and funnily enough, it wasn't because of my internet. The last time we tried to stream this, it crashed because I tried to change the graphic settings. Now I actually looked into this. Apparently, you're not supposed to change graphic settings in this. If you change graphic settings, it actually has the potential to blue screen your PC, which is exactly what happened on stream. So yeah, well, in a whole life I have never played Majora. I beat Majora's Mask, by the way, doing a play through the 3DS port now, and I'm going to play the restoration mod. Nice, nice. Majora's Mask's really fun. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're having a good time with that. the time already really threw me off. What makes it so unique and great? yeah. So what I'm going to do? Just give me a second. I'm just going to set up some music here in the background, and then we'll go. We'll be right off to the races. Put that there. So I thought I'd set music up, but apparently I haven't. So I'm just going to quickly set this up on my other screen, and then we will get into business. So I'll mute that for a second. So what I'm doing at the minute, I'm just starting some music up. You can't hear it because I can hear it. it sounds a bit weird in my ear, but hey, why not? What I'm going to do, we'll put some Doom music in. Is there any music people want in particular? Because I can put some music on in the background while we're playing this because obviously there's no sound from this version. Again, I'm just going to. I'm literally just loading up my VLC player here with music. Yes, it seems usually people who have Ocarina of Time. Yeah, so people like Ocarina of Time a lot more, don't they? It's. I've always found Ocarina of Time. It's fun, but like I feel like Ocarina of Time kind of, you know, it gets a bit samey. Like it Majora's Mask feels like the world's a bit alive, doesn't it? And I'll put some Doom music in, and I'll put some. Cool. Right, so let's dive into things here. Probably should have done that before the stream, but like whatever, whatever. Let's get into the fun part of the stream here. Oh, okay. So you guys won't see this. Actually you will see this because it'll pop up on the screen now. So what's happened here is the actual thing has actually just crashed randomly. That's nice. Thank you, game, for that. There we go. See, I fixed it. So this is the third alpha those mods didn't have it. So I'm gonna do, we're gonna put on the VLC player here. Let me kick that over there. Look at me setting stuff up at this hour. Right, there we go. On a Doom alphas. Yes, we're gonna be covering Doom alphas here. What I'll do as well, because that looks like it's I do wish, like, one of the problems when you're streaming, by the way, is when the software that you're using doesn't like to play nice. You kind of have to do things on the fly. It gets a bit frustrating, but hey, there we go. So this is the this is the build from the summer of 1993, and let me just get my notes up on the other screen, and then we can get right into this. So this is the 0.5 alpha. This was released in, let me just get it up here. Well, this wasn't released, but it was internal in the summer of 1993. Have you played Realism 2? I have not, actually. I have not. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to sort of play around. We're not going into the settings. We did that last time. It did not go well. So I just want to point out the first thing here in this version is that these are the difficulty settings that you can see. I just want to kill. Hey, not too rough. Hurt me plenty. And ultra violence. I can actually turn the music up a bit because, like, that's a bit quiet. So you can see here, like, we can choose from all of these different difficulties here. And what's interesting in this alpha is that things are a bit more polished. So you can see here we do actually kind of have the sort of what's this called? What's it called? It's not a gun. I think the extra Marines shown in the alphas were supposed to be caught-ons. Yeah, so I don't think they're meant to be like people who help you out. I think that they're just kind of there. Have you played The Missing Link? It's Ocarina of Time ROM hack. I've not actually done that. But what's interesting here, if you can see, this is actually the pistol that they were kind of working with. And it doesn't make any sound, but it is actually using ammo. So they've actually fixed the ammo count. Bayonet, that's it. I thought it was a bayonet. But you can see we can actually pick up the keys. Although I think we've just blown up the blue key, which is pretty funny. So this is the early version of the door texture. So you can see it kind of looks like the final door texture, but it's also not the final door texture. Right, so how do I open doors? Because I remember this is a bit of a annoying. Okay, so rather bizarrely, in this, to open the door, you have to press tab. There we go. I probably won't be very active. I've gone to bed. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that about that, Squirrel. Hope you feel better. But yeah, you can see we can walk around in the alpha here. What's in this door here? So you can see that inside here we've got imps which we can shoot. Oh no, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Thank you so much for hanging out, Squirrel. I appreciate that. I do wonder, why was the rifle replaced with the pistol? The Marine sprites does sprites. Yeah. But we can actually shoot the enemies in this version. So, you know, there is progress from last time. Have you played any Cave Story? I've not actually played Cave Story. I'm not going to lie to you. So if you're wondering, by the way, this is not a level that makes it into the final version of Doom. This level is actually just used for display purposes. You can see we can actually pick up items. Including here, this is actually a Wolfenstein medkit. If you've ever played Wolfenstein 3D, you'll recognize this from Wolfenstein 3D. You can also see here, when we jump into the lava pool here, it actually does cause us damage. And you can see that the longer we stay in, the more damage it kind of does. The health bars in the middle, you can see it's the red one. Early Doom used sensible sound effects. It did. But you can see here, some of the textures here, they will make it into the final version of Doom. I like to see the alphas fully realized. Maybe a mod. I think people have done that. I think that it's definitely out there. So you can see we can actually shoot the imps here. And kind of weirdly, something that they do in this alpha in particular, all of the exit rooms kind of have these double doors. So when you come inside, you can see like, it's supposed to look like we're going across, you know, to the next level. And that is the level, that is like the intermission screen there. We don't do modern games here. It's been very unsettling for me when the monsters don't move like that. I know, right? Doom Delta is a really good example. Early Doom. Hello. Hey, hey, Raleigh, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Lava Star, how you doing? How you doing? So this, I can tell you which level this is before we even get into it. This is E2M2. So this is E2M2 in its early form here. These guys were like 3 people making whole games. One of my favorite FPS games is Terminator Resistance. I need to play that. That is definitely something I want to play. So you can see here, this is the room where you fight the imps. Excuse me. Normally. And you can, normally the walls in here are sort of the green tiles, but they're not at the minute. Although this has never been done before. That's a good one. Yeah, but you can see here we can shoot the imps. So they haven't quite fully developed this space yet though, because you can see there isn't a passageway to where the level normally would start. The lack of marble makes this look like an episode 1 level since it's significantly less hellified. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, in this alpha, we can actually pick stuff up. So you can see I am picking up ammo, so... Oh, whoa! Liam Marshy! Oh my gosh, £20! Thank you so much, oh my god, thank you! That's really, really appreciated, thank you. No, honest, that means a lot, thank you. Wow, gosh. Appreciate all the videos showing some support, thank you and keep them coming. Oh, trust me, I was working on one like an hour ago when I was watching TV downstairs. It's a comparison. It's going to go up to. It was supposed to go up tonight, but it will go up tomorrow. It's a comparison video between Doom 1 and Doom 2, asking which is the better one. Just because, you know, why not? Big spender. Yeah, I know. Right. Thank you so much, Liam. That's really cool of you. That's really, really cool. In the Kex portal, 4 beta levels, including a prototype of E3M9. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that was there. Oh, wait, just a second. Just a second. A second. There we go. I was wondering why, like, that was, like, half off the screen there, and it's because, it's literally just because, like, the window decided to cut it out. That was really stupid. Imps have always annoyed me. Yeah, so you can also see here they've implemented some items. Now, the thing with these items is that they appear in this and they appear in the pre-release beta. But the thing is, they don't really do much. They're just kind of here to sort of add to the score. Yeah, again, thank you so much for that. That's so cool of you, Liam. Thank you, thank you. They have implemented classic items. The thing with this version is that this is probably the most polished alpha before they move to the beta phase. And if you're wondering, I am sort of trying to run around. There we go. So the thing, you know what's really annoying, by the way? You have to use the directional arrows to move, but you also have to use the right shift button to run. So it's like, this is such a bizarre way to play Doom. You can also see that this is a lift, it's not steps yet. Notice I've been still in the old rifle sprite. So you can see here, they have made a lot of progress with this space. The last time we were here, this was just a brown room, but if you come here now, you can hit these switches. I think this is Jazz Rabbits. So you can see here, you can grab the yellow key, and they've kind of implemented the puzzle, but it's not quite the way that you expect it to be. They must have been aware of how huge Doom was going to be. I think they did have a good idea. So you can also see they've implemented this section here with the elevator, with the lifts, and we can actually go down here, but we can't actually go into that space. If I try to sort of walk in there, it sort of stops me. This is cool, but I definitely like the cleverness of the puzzle in the final version. So unfortunately, I can go onto these lifts like this, but I can't actually interact with anything down in the lifts. Also, need to point out the Pinky sprite, it looks a bit more detailed. I think we were talking about this in the last stream, but you can see here that like the Pinkies, they're a bit more sort of detailed. Like they've really got their glutes going on at the backside here. The Cutting Room Floor wiki had them posted. Lizzie named after some colour money. Yeah, so Doom's named after the colour of money, where Tom Cruise calls his pool cue. Is it his pool cue Doom? So you can see in this room here, like, so here's an interesting one for you. Like, the last level had the Wolfenstein medkit in it, but this one's got this weird one. Like, I can't quite explain what that is. Yuck, Tom Cruise. This is Tom Hall's version of the map. So yeah, you're seeing here, like, some like, alpha items. I think that's supposed to be a box of ammo. I don't know if it's supposed to be a box of ammo. Will the armor actually work? No, so when we try and pick up the armor, it actually doesn't pick up. They haven't coded in the armor yet. Interestingly though, we can destroy items. Anyway, Doom was based on Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, it was alpha, yeah, because obviously this is the next step up from what Wolfenstein was. What do we think that is? that box looks more like an artifact to me. Possibly. So you can see this area here. It has actually been implemented a bit more thoroughly. Last time we came here, there was none of this detailing. So it's a treasure chest. The tablet you picked up reminds me of the rune tablets. So I am... Yes! So I was wondering, like, if we see the lights here, you can actually destroy the decorations in the level. That's interesting. So you can actually go around shooting all the lights. I mean, there's no one here to care, but, like, it just seems like an interesting little addition that they made. Which version is this? Apologies, I missed the beginning. This is Alpha 0.5. So you can see these are meant to be like gold bars, I'm guessing. The fact that they were building whole levels when the game was so unfinished makes me really amazed the game turned out so well. Yeah, it really does. Like, oh no, it was oh no, that was ammo. Huh. Because the ammo went up to 35 there, so I'm guessing... I wonder if the secret passage is here in the corner. It is! Oh wow, this is like a treasure trove of like stuff that didn't make it into the final game. So if I start picking up stuff here, Tom Hall wanted hell artifacts. The light damage was implemented in the Legacy of Rust levels. Nice. It also seems they haven't worked out the damaging flaws yet. So yeah, if we go into the corner here, yes, so the pathway to the... I wonder if this is here. It is. Right. Okay, so you're going to see here, this is what the original rocket box looks like. It looks weird. It does look a bit weird. Man, this music sounds like a cross between Unreal and Deus Ex. I don't actually know what song. I don't actually know what this is. I think this is from I think this is Jazz Jackrabbit. So let's see what happens when we pick this up. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So that's actually giving us a missile launcher. That rocket launcher sprite looks sick. The game didn't have it. So this is the weapon it gave us, which looks like a shotgun. But we know this isn't a shotgun because obviously... So this says it's a missile launcher, but it just looks like a shotgun to me. I kind of like the open. It is interesting. But as you can see, like, we have a missile launcher here. And it is basically just a shotgun. Wrong sprite, probably. Crazy this became. Maybe shotgun sprites were just placeholders. Possibly. But yeah, I am pushing all the buttons and nothing's happening with anything else. So my guess is this is a placeholder. Yeah, can you imagine if they made this the rocket launcher? Like, honestly. The master levels is good. I'm looking at doing a video for the master levels soon, but I need to play through them. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing there. I don't have much footage for the master levels. On PC, weirdly, I have footage for the console, for the PS1 version. It's a placeholder. There's an unused sprite in the iWad. Okay, cool. Good to know. Thanks for letting us know, Blast Frog. Like I said, I'm not like super gemmed up on what's in the... Oh, okay. That just kind of connects around like that. Good to know. But you can see as we make our way around here, they have kind of added more lighting to this area, because remember when we came here last time, this was just empty corridors. And they seem to be using placeholder keys here, because this is the second yellow key we're picking up in this level. Even if they did something with Keen, with this tech instead of Doom, I'm not sure it would have been as much for success. I don't think Commander Keen's a good game to really be like, you know... I assume this is because we shot the blue key in the last level, so I don't really have access to the blue key. Hey, Jeff. Interesting to see this hall before it came riddled with crushes. Yeah, so, like, they've clearly not implemented crushes yet, because this hall, like, has been like this for, like, the last 3 alpha builds. Imagine Commander Keen in 3D. We need Blake Stone revival game. It seems like it hated Commander Keen. I just get the impression they wanted to do something like a bit more sort of crazy. I mean, remember they did go through like a bajillion iterations of like this before they finally settled on Doom. We know said this was Tom Hall's. So I want to see if there's an exit to this level. If there is, we'll go through it. If not, I'll just jump to the next level. Yeah, so there isn't an exit implemented in this level. So what I'm going to do... There we go. So if I do that, there we go. So all you need to do to change levels in this is go to the menu and press the start or minus button. Adrian hated Keen. Yeah, they didn't seem to like Commander Keen all that much. So you can see that this level is a lot closer to the final version of the level. Because up to now, when we've seen this, it's looked very different to this. So have they finally put this room together? Let's have a look. They have, although, as you can see here, this room looks a lot different in the final version of this one. There's level in Kex Edition, RT room based on refueling based. Ours experimental core. Glad we have the opportunity to document Doom's history. Yeah, I'm really glad that they did this. I'm really glad all this has found its way out. So that's interesting. So if you look there, that's got like CB written on it. Is that a B? CB. I don't know who CB is, but thank you for the vase. Or the vase, whichever way you want to call it. We are going to shoot all the things. I still have my floppy disks with Keen on. To be honest, like I would love to buy a DOS computer. My finances at the minute do not allow for that, but it is an ambition that one day I buy like a dedicated DOS computer. I thought it was just blood splatter. It might just be a blood splatter, but it looked very deliberate. It looked like it had C and B on it. Oh. Okay. The game decided to randomly crash. Well, that's fine. Back in we go. Yeah, so we have to be kind of careful because remember, this is a very kind of unstable thing we're playing around with here. Oop, back. Listen up. Is an LGR Christmas episode starting? So what song is this actually? This is it's Jazz Jackrabbit 2 OST Xmas. Yeah. There you go. We go from one snow theme thing to another. But yeah, as I mentioned, in the last few betas, this space here was completely different to the way it looked. Even though this was here. Use the song in Christmas videos. Oh, nice. Nice. I mean, to be fair, the Jazz Jackrabbit soundtrack slaps pretty hard, so I do like using it in my videos. So you can see here, this space is here, although I think they made this pool a bit smaller in the final version of a level. Maybe. Let's head over here. I love how they just poof. What? So interestingly here, we get a good look at the two different barrels. So you can see here there's this one here that's kind of looks like it's kind of overflowed, and then we got this one here that's kind of just bronze. Can we shoot them? We can shoot them. Yeah, we get a good look at the barrels here that would have been. Well, I mean, obviously we know we didn't get these because we got the grey ones that we know. There's nothing wrong with LGR. LGR is really cool. So you can see here, there's a blue key. We're going to pick that up because we do actually need the keys to get into the parts of the map, putting certain maps in the final game. If you get a DX4 a little bit Duke 3D. Yeah, so I mean, I've been looking into it. But the thing is, like I said, it's just finances at the minute. Also, what is going on with this? So this is an armor pickup, obviously, but is that like little boots next to it? Is that like the boots that go with the armor? That's interesting. Alpha Mega Armor. Oh, is that Mega Armor? Okay. I mean, to be fair, I'm glad they changed it because it's very hard to kind of tell. So we can't jump into this pit, by the way. It seems that they haven't quite put in sort of like falling yet in this, because obviously whenever we play this, we never actually get to sort of fall down. Let's kill all the zombies. LG is one of the few retro computer gamers who doesn't have a history of being a wanker. I like LGR. To be fair, I've been watching LGR since like years. I think I was at university when I started watching. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so I think you might be right because this has different letters on it. Like this looks like, because I mean, if I was gonna shoot, I'd say that's all PM, but like it just looks like blood on this one. So I think you might have been right earlier when you said it wasn't anything significant. But you can see like this level is pretty much fully formed. It's just, you know, we haven't quite got, you know, the final versions of the textures because this is all covered in vines normally. Excuse me. I've been watching LGR since his Doom 1993 analysis video. Yeah, LGR's cool. Like I've never heard anyone have a bad word to say about LGR. So like I don't like it. If anyone has anything bad to say about LGR, I'm kind of like, okay, but I've never heard anything bad about him. And trust me, you hear bad things about some people. Also, I just want to kind of show you the gun here. Oh, right. Okay, so I can show you this. This is the auto map in this. So as you can see, yeah, it's a bit different to what you'd normally expect. This level originally was in episode 1. I think a lot of these levels were designed for episode 1, and then they get sort of changed and moved around. I do like the map. Yeah, so this is the auto map in this. The CV power was invulnerability. Ah, nice, cool. See, that's good to know. See, I'm glad there's someone in the chat who actually knows that kind of thing, because obviously it's not very well documented what's going on with some of the items in this. So thank you, Blast. I do appreciate you kind of offering that insight. I don't hate that Alpha either, even the super bulky one. I don't hate it. There's that weird medkit again. Hey Ergo, how you doing? How you doing? Is it Ego? Is it Ergo or Ego? The CV power, yeah. I don't hate the Alpha. Yeah, so I don't mind the Alpha HUD here. I don't like the one that's like all over the screen though, because I think that one was a bit too intrusive for my liking, but you know, it's each to their own, isn't it? So there is a button, by the way. Just a second. So I'm going to show you this because I think I can show you this here. There is a button to lower the quality of the graphics, and you can probably see there. So that's the lowest graphic setting. That's the medium. That's the high. But we're going to do this like it's an eye test. Do you want to choose 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Doom's barely documented low quality mode. No problem, I'm obsessed. No, it's great, Blast. Like I said, I appreciate people who have higher knowledge than me telling me things, because it's good to know that kind of thing. So again, all of these exits, they have these doors like this that kind of, you know, I think the idea is to create the idea that like they're all in like continuity with each other. It's a bit weird. Kind of dickish to remove the ability to crunch the graphics design. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Skrill. I think maybe that was probably Carmack not wanting his game to look, you know, engine to look bad. I remember this level from the first game, Containmentary, I think it was called. No, so the level we were just playing was E2M3 Refinery. So weirdly, I think it's kicked us back to. It's actually kicked us back to the second level. We've just done this level. Sandy retooled Tom's levels and more hell. Yeah, so right. So this is E1M7. They represent Urlocs. Oh yeah. I mean I get that, but like what I'm saying is I think it's an interesting choice that they didn't keep that in the final version of the game. Refinery, that's it. Yes. So you can see here, they've actually filled the wall in here. So if you don't remember, in the last alpha, this wall that I'm shooting at here, it didn't actually exist. Because you could actually sort of move, you know, all the way to the back end of the level from here, but you can't do that anymore. I mean, Carmack is the guy who sacrificed levels in Doom 32X. Have a high resolution call for the ending. Yeah, back in those days, if your computer couldn't run Doom, a little graphics downgrade. I mean, the thing is, you could get Doom to run, it just didn't run very well. Also, I want to admire these textures, by the way. So, I get the feeling they were really intent on sort of making this feel like a real sort of base at one point, because you can see here, like, look at the pipe work there. That's like some interesting pipes. So this is the room that opens up when you grab the blue key in the final version of a level. This is normally where you come in and shoot the monsters. I do like those 4 pipes. Yeah, and they're everywhere in this level. You can see there. They're on the edge here. Can't be like, no turning off textures, but shrinking the screen down to is fine. I never understood the smaller screen thing. Even when I was a kid, we never used that. By the way, the music is in because there's no sound in this version, and I'm not going to go into the settings because last time we did that, it blue screened my computer. So we are not doing that again. So this is the room just inside the yellow door. You can see that they still haven't sort of put the section in the center. It's interesting they took out all the details and made them more abstract. I think that's just because they decided that they didn't want to have all that detail in there. So you can see here, if I come to the end here and turn around, you can see this is where you would normally come in. There's normally a window over there where you can look outside. There is something up there though. Huh. Design of funneling toxic sludge. Not sure about the molten areas. I love a little Easter egg in if you shrink the screen size to the smallest it can get. So that's the blue door normally. I'm not going to go that way right now. I'm going to just head up here. Fun fact, and I think I mentioned this in the last one, this is actually the first section of this level that Romero actually made, because he got so annoyed at Tom Hall for making like boxy square levels that he made these steps just to show him that, you know, you can do curves. Yeah, they didn't. Everything kind of went a bit messy in the id Software team. Here's a Holy Grey Trail background. We have explored some of the source port history, like the old Boom engine. I'm looking at doing a video about the Boom engine because because I've been doing a lot of research for TNT and Plutonia for the in retrospect on that. And the guy that headed up Team TNT, he actually he made the Boom source port? Yeah, he was the head programmer on it. So yeah, so like there's a lot of linkage there. You can see here, like they just kind of, I don't think they really thought about what these areas were going to be. They haven't really changed since last time, so there's not really much fun in sort of exploring this area again. I want to thank whoever at id Software decided to have the run key be in the right shift slot and not the left shift slot. There's a special place in hell for you. Tom Hall got done dirty by id. Even Romero's addicting. Well, the funny thing with so Squirrel, are you aware of the story? Romero was supposed to fire Tom Hall, and he actually he was going to go over to his house, and he got invited over for dinner with Tom Hall's wife, and Romero didn't have the guts to do it because he had such a good night with Tom Hall and his wife that like he was like, oh, you know, I don't want to like kill the vibes, which is what led to that board meeting where they all ejected Tom Hall unanimously. The lack of lifts makes this feel cursed. The space living area, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like you can tell this is like a standing texture because like I don't think that this is what they had in mind. I think it's in the Masters of Doom book, yeah, because Romero talks about how like he felt really awkward after the meal because he knew that Hall was getting sacked, but he didn't want to bring it up when his wife was there because it was obviously like very awkward. So you can see here the ending room in E1M7. It is I mean, it's functionally here. It just changes the way it looks. As it may be, I never owned Doom on DOS. I own on practically most console ports. So back in the day, I used to play it on DOS because when the first PC I got, it was DOS, and you had the only way we could play games was on DOS because Windows 95 was a piece of poop, as my dad would describe it. And he didn't use the word poop; he used stronger words. Again, I hate this room. I'm glad they got rid of all this. This just feels so unnecessary to the flow of the level. But if we follow this all the way around, it actually leads us up here. So you can see like the routes to all these spaces are here. It's just changed quite a bit. I had the Doom 95 port for a while. I had to use the Doom 95 port for a long time because I bought the Doom collection from HMV when it opened in my hometown, and that's what came with it. So, like, you know, I put way too many hours into Doom 95. Doom 95 was fine. It had a few obvious graphical glitches and hitches, but you know, it was serviceable for what it was. Also, you'll note that they've changed the direction of this. So in the previous version, this went straight ahead here, and then it kind of curved around to the exit. But here you can see that it actually curves to the left here. But you can see this, they've still got this red room here. So if you're not aware, in the previous alphas, they had this weird thing where the end rooms would all be red like this. And obviously, they got rid of that idea at some point. Oh, okay, nice. I'm just going to change the... You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to quickly add some more music in, because I feel like it's sort of bouncing between the same few songs. So give me a second. I'm just going to add some music. So I'm just going to put some music on. Because I have like thousands of music tracks. The problem is I'm worried about putting some of them on because copyright. Well, I'll just do that. Because, like, whatever. If they strike the video, they strike the video, don't they? Add to VLC playlist. Cool. Excellent. It was Gabe News for Gameports. It was, and he worked on Doom 95. Although, interestingly, there was actually a version before Doom 95. There we go. Well, the HMV I went to shut down like 20 years ago. Yeah. So this is E1M4, by the way, if you're wondering. So you can see here, this is where you would start normally, and then you come out here, you turn to the left, and that's where usually all the zombie men and the imps are. F-Zero, good choice. Yeah, no, like I said, I do have like lots of tracks on. I just like I'm forever conscious of Nintendo striking down random music. So this is the room where you would normally shoot the barrels. So we go pew, and then they blow up, and normally there's imps on the other side there. Is there texture warping? In the alpha, there's officers' quarters. Yeah, so in the previous version of this level that we saw, there was actually like changing rooms. You can tell blocky levels were still here. Yeah, I think wasn't this one of Tom Hall's levels? I don't think Romero had a big hand in this one. So what's interesting is, in the last version of this level, this actually was changing rooms, and it had like showers in the corner over there. But you can see here, this looks a lot closer to what the final version of the level is going to end up being. We're going to wander over here. Just admire the lift texture here while it's still here. Hey James, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I miss all the Doom cute textures. They were comfy. Yeah, so they seem to have dialed back the Doom cute in this version. Maybe they just decided that it wasn't the direction they wanted to go in. That just got jump scared by an ad. Sorry, Lava. Unfortunately, I can't really control YouTube's urge to serve you ads. Yeah, if we head up here. Oh, let's go over here. Our scale from Tom Hall's realism to John Morel's absurdist too. I think the perfect style somewhere in between. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Tom Hall was bad at designing levels. I think they were being really dicky to him. Because I have to say, like, especially in the last alpha build we played, a lot of his levels were pretty fun. Like, I thought they were pretty interesting, and I think it's a bit of a shame we didn't get to see those. So you can see, this is where you'd normally grab the blue key, and look, the blue key is actually here. We're going to grab that. But you can see this room was already here, sort of long before. Thing could have fixed up the muzzle flash and it could have been useful. What's interesting here, by the way, is this weapon doesn't actually do any damage to enemies. It just kind of shoots through them. Does the blue key open the doors? Yes, so in this version, they've actually implemented the keys, so you can actually use them. Ooh, why is there more Christmas music? Okay. Okay, remove. Okay, enough with the Christmas music. Enough with the Christmas music. I forgot how they just disappear. Legacy of Rust has Vision Barracks. Ironically, Wolfenstein 3. Oh. Is this Sonic? It is. I think it's Sonic. Well, you're off. Because I'm not competing with you, random lady.
Okay.
Oh my god. Is this the DK rap? Just a second. I need to see. Yeah, it's the DK rap. No, we're not doing the DK rap. I love that the music is suddenly like, we're gonna have voices. It's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Okay, this is Fire Emblem. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be any voices in this one. Oh my days. Oh yes. Oh no, I love Donkey Kong 64. And if it had been any song that didn't have any like music, any like voices in it, I'd have been all over it. But like, I'm not gonna compete with like a random lady singing her heart out. Oh dear. It's fine. So you can see in this room where the SWAT, well, where the thing that comes down is, it's actually just boxes here. They haven't actually implemented like a platform for it yet. But you can see that like it is kind of a weird shape here. Also, interestingly, they made this a yellow door. I don't think this is actually a yellow door in the final version of the level. I think you can actually come here because the yellow door is actually over here. This music is awesome. This is actually safe because they don't copyright strike. Well, no, I agree, but I didn't want the lady singing over me because like I would have been fighting for airtime with her. Is in the shape of a naughty symbol. Well, we can have a look at that actually. So first off, let's see what this looks like here. Okay, obviously no bridge there for us to cross. The soundtrack is reminding me of Zelda 2. In the Switch version, they censored the swastika thing. I mean, to be fair, they censored the swastika thing because people were a bit sensitive to it when the game released. But as Squirrel will probably point out, they didn't actually intend for it to be anything more than just a reference to Wolfenstein. It was, but people get very sensitive. Also, this door doesn't work. That's annoying. They might have done it because I don't know, to be honest. I don't play the modern ports. I just use my source ports and WADs, and off I go. Well, not so much now because Doom's been taken off that list of games that are kind of considered bad for culture in Germany. I think that's why I think it was on like a list of games that you know was considered like bad for German culture. So yeah, this is basically the final version of the maze. You know, I hate this maze, by the way. Need to point out, if you ever see me putting this into a level in like a playthrough or anything, I literally hate this maze so much. It's so pointless. I don't understand why it's here. All the weird boys aren't Nazis. Well, no, so, I mean, I agree with you, Squirrel, but the funny thing is, like, they made a game about shooting Nazis, so I think that's about as far from, like, you know, being Nazi supporters as you can get, isn't it? I mean, they let you shoot Hitler in the face. So you can see that they've put the toxic pool in, but they still haven't put the steps in, so if you fall into that, you're not getting out of there. Okay, so the switch to the exit actually does work here. Nice. Hey, Bloodite, how you doing? How you doing? Keenar Swastika, that was removed. It was Umero who pushed for the ability to brutalize the Nazis. When I play episode 1, the maze, the only thing I'm dreading is getting... Oh, by the way, I just want to point out they haven't pinned down the side textures here. You know, minus 10 points from the final game score. I do love, by the way, that it's just randomly throwing me onto these levels. It was also weird being at QuakeCon in the heart of Bible Belt with religious conventions happening at the same time. I've never been to QuakeCon. I would love to go sometime. Oh. Yep, it crashed. Again. So what we're going to do, we'll just cycle through until we get to the level I want to be on. There we go. So this is Pandemonium E3M3. So as we discussed in the last alpha video, this looks like it was originally intended to be an episode 1 map, because you can see here quite clearly it is full of tech base. This was 2006 mentioned of id guys. Oh, excellent. Well, I'm glad you got to meet them, Ren. That's really, really cool. I've never... Obviously, because I'm in the UK, I'll probably never get to attend a QuakeCon. But yeah, you can see that E3M3 here, they really wanted this to be a tech base at one point. If I hit that switch, what does it do? Okay, it actually raises up this platform here. And if I hit that, it lowers the platform. How lovely. I'm not gonna lie, I wish they didn't get rid of the 3D title screen. They could have done something cool with it. Why does it keep crashing on Pandemonium? I believe this was the last map we were at before the stream died. No, so if you don't remember Lava, what happened, and I'll show you, but I'm not going to do anything. We went into the options menu, and in the options menu, there's actually a graphical toggle, and it's on medium by default. So I was putting it up to high, and it blue screened my PC. It actually blue screened my PC. And when I had a look around, apparently that's something that can happen if you mess with the options. Yeah, so we're not going into the options this time. Let me tell you, we are staying away from that. Good thing, Kensquirrel, I did many times. Turned out I'm learning to never meet my idols. Yeah, I'm kind of siding with that. Although I would love to meet Romero. Because he lives in Ireland, and I want to move to Ireland at some point, so you know. maybe I could beta test his game next game for him. So you can see that going around here, it's a bit weird because this is the only way you get like all the fleshy textures and all that. Duly noted the joys of unprotected memory access. I'm so glad Romero's FPS got saved. Oh, okay, so what do we think this is? That just looks like a big wall of bullets. Before we both move to the same place in Ireland. I mean, I wouldn't be against that because, like, it's always nice to see friendly faces. It looks like a big stack of bullets, doesn't it? Snacks. Well, whatever it did, it didn't tell me. It's like ammo. No, I am looking at moving to Ireland. If like the situation in the UK kind of continues to deteriorate, I can easily get my Irish passport. You know, my family's from Ireland. I'm like 50% Irish, so you know, off to Ireland I would go. Your ammo went up, must have been the bullets. Possibly, although I think I was on 30 beforehand, so I didn't notice it shoot up. Maybe it's like shotgun shells or something, and we just, because we don't have all weapons. Can I get all weapons? I can't. Yeah, I'm just giving you a flavour for this. This is the open rockets again. I know upon my global news what's happening in the UK. Not much, but like, obviously, like, with what's going on in the world all over at the minute, you know, there are some silly people in the UK, and like, I do not want to be here if it all starts going a bit sideways. By the way, I've got to appreciate these like steps. Just watch how we just kind of like vault our way down here, like woof. The fact that they're using the ladder style stairs in vanilla maps is really interesting. Admittedly though, I've only ever played Doom 2, so I don't know if that's already there. Maybe when this map was being designed, the upper tunnels were full of servers. Possibly. It is interesting to see this level, though, as a tech base, because normally this is deep in Hell Country, in Inferno. Hey there, Marianne. How you doing? How you doing? You're doing well. Glad to catch you live. No, I'm glad you enjoy. Glad to see you. And hope you enjoyed the stream. We are just literally exploring the beta 5.0. Because this is E3M3 Pandemonium, but it's a tech base. So, you know, I imagine this was going to go into episode 1. If it was designed like this, I get the strong feeling this was intended for episode 1, and that just never came to pass. Revenge of the Great Hall. Well, like I said earlier, it's just interesting that we can't actually shoot with this. Wonder what the altar was supposed to be initially. I get the feeling it's just supposed to be like a computer terminal. It's weird. Yeah, so I mean, because these levels were obviously being worked on, and I imagine this was supposed to go into episode 1. That's the only way I can feel like that. I say that because it feels like an episode 1 map. And the HUD with the time, lives and score. Yeah, so the top, if you look at the bars in the middle, the red one is the health. That goes down if we step into anything that hurts us. I think the other two are meant to be armor, but, you know, they haven't implemented that yet. But if I do this, you should... I did that so that I could show off the pain floor, and apparently this is not going to be a pain floor today. I played Sonic Roller Blast 2. I have not, no, but I know it's great. Also, I want to point out to you, they shrunk the bridge. So in the last alpha, this was like the way it is in the final version. But in this version, they've cut the bridge down completely. So, yeah, they forgot to tag the sector. Love the fan game. Okay, can we actually go across here this time? Last time there wasn't a switch here, so let's see if we can actually get across here. We can. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, this is a bit awkward. So I'm going to show you something here. We can't drop down here. I'm trying to. I'm trying to back up. I'm trying to move sideways. I don't know where Sonic Roller Blast 2's total conversion of Doom Engine turns it into 3D map. Whoa, damaging water glow. Impossible line dev. ID clip, no clip time. Yeah, so we are basically stuck on the top of this sector. Now, no, they've not put in ID clip, so we'll just have to move on to the next level. So, I think this is probably going to be the most fun level we talk about. So, I did a video on this back in December. This is map 10 of Doom 2. So this is the level that infamously Tom Hall made, and then it was kind of put on the discard pile and then was immediately brought back for Doom 2. And you'll recognize it as map 10 pretty quickly because this map is very similar to the final version. I was typing in the wrong chat. Back in the 90s, it was Doom 2 and Exhumed. Yeah, so this is refueling base. Normally this bit's outdoors, but like obviously here it's not. And obviously, as we kind of make our way around, you're going to recognize a lot of the landmarks from refueling base because they literally, I'm not saying Sandy was asleep on the job here, but he literally has not done anything to this level. The only thing he really adds in is a secret passage behind this wall here. This level is basically the final version of that level. So yeah, I'll take you around the whole level because it's remarkable how little Sandy actually did to this level. Yeah, so the exit area gets tweaked and that section there, but for the most part, this level is remarkably similar to what you get in the final version. So we need the keys to go through the exit, so we're gonna go through the level. But if we head up here, this is where you normally fight the Cyber Demon around this corner here. So normally there'll be an area at the back where you get teleported in and you come and fight the Cyber Demon. So if you look down here, for example, you can see that the exit area it's actually a bit different. It's so hard for level 10. This map had me stuck for so long on UV. The shotgun section is absurd. Oh, well. It crashed. The good thing is, like, I can literally just skip back to the level. Oh, actor not located. Before Sandy can is playful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not being mean to Sandy. I'm just saying that, like, when it comes to like this level, I get the feeling that like he may have put like half a day's work in on it. Yeah, unfortunately, like this level is quite difficult if you play on Doom 2. So this room here has always been here, by the way. This is the room where you get like a bunch of zombie men and shotgunners, and as you can see, it's always been here. I hear it's had a whole good thing. I chatted earlier. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Eric. Yeah, you can definitely see that this is like the same. This is the level. And if you're wondering about the things at the back, no, they don't open up yet. Even back then, Sandy didn't put much thought into what he posted. Yeah, I don't like reading Sandy's social media posts sometimes because he seems to just kind of, he seems to post first and ask questions later, which is awkward sometimes. They're like placeholders to me. It's not your fault though. I was chatting Sandy, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, like Sandy's become one of these people who just will say something on social media and then he'll get corrected by everyone because it's a bit awkward. Hi, Sandy. I hope you're doing well. but the thing is, that shows you how far Romero's grown as a person because he can do that. Sandy takes a lot of credit for the work other people did, and that's not even the worst thing he did. So if we make our way across here, you can see that this is the room where you'd normally fight the Arachnotrons. And if you come over here, there'd be oh, it actually does work here. So normally this is where you get the BFG if you haven't grabbed it already. Maybe it's Stratis starts playing Dying Light 2. That's fine, Art. I mean, Dying Light 2 is a fun game. I appreciate him for the pioneering Doom gimmicks. That's about it. Tricks and Traps is jam. It is. You can see here, we can actually head between the secret areas here. Hey, I love Starve Despair. I mean, the good thing with that squirrel is that at that fan club, I don't think there's going to be many people fighting for the snacks. So I think I won't be there. Not at that one. Not at that party. Tricks and Traps is one of my favourite Doom 2. I like Tricks and Traps. It gets overhated, I think, because it's a gimmick level, but I think it's pretty fun for what it is. So here's something else that's different in this version of the level. And yes, this room is pretty much exactly the same. So if you head in here, you'll see that the yellow key is actually in this room. So normally in the final version of this level, there's a rocket launcher in this section here. But in the alpha build here, it's actually a yellow key. I actually prefer this placement because in the final version of this level, this area is completely pointless. Like, there's no reason to come here unless you want to get 100% kills. I hear Sandy noise levels. You can also see that there's a pit here, which we obviously can't cross because there isn't a switch here to raise things up. I wonder if I'm actually in the minority for hating the map Gotcha. I don't like Gotcha. Like, and usually when I'm playing through Doom 2, I will specifically use the shortcut to get through most of the level without actually doing the level. So if we go into the exit here, you can see the exit rooms have actually been altered slightly. So normally this is where the Cyber Demon would look down at you and sort of, you'd have to run around and then head around here. The exit's normally here, but you can see the exit's actually here. Once again, we've got, you know, a fake door there. Gotcha is one of those maps that everyone talks about, and I literally barely remember it playing for my playthrough. I think the problem with Gotcha is that it's a fun level the first time you play it, and then every time you play it afterwards, it's kind of like, okay, I've seen the gimmick, you know, let's move on. Even a rotten apple can make some nice cider. Dan, I hate designing 100% here. So yeah, if I hit the exit here, this is the intermission screen again. Take a good look at it. Make sure with Sandy as well. So I'm not, oh wait, so this is the fourth map. So obviously we've been to this one. So this is E1M2. Now, I'm pretty sure from when we saw it last time, not much has actually changed with this. I'm pretty sure that the big changes to this one happen in the beta, which is the next thing we're going to look at. But you can see that they have implemented the stairs here, but they haven't put the red key here yet. Been twitching for too long. New guy, is that a filter or are you just beautiful? I am not beautiful. Trust me. They they pay to turn the lights off. They pay to turn the lights off when I walk into rooms at parties. What I like about this area here, excuse me, is that it kind of implies this level was going to be like a circle at one point, and then for some reason I can't decide why, they obviously just decided to take this out, because this bit is not in the final version of this level. But if we go up these steps here, it kind of takes us like on a big circle path to the exit of the level, and it does make me think that maybe like this was a level designed to be a bit more open. No sympathy for the streamer. Yeah, I agree. For some reason the walls are giving me Japanese aesthetic and I don't know why. I mean, you can see like the bones of this level are pretty much here. They just haven't sort of got to the point where they've made the level. I'm not going to do mapping, I've tried. Oh, trust me, I can map to a basic level. Going up and down steps is trippy because of how choppy it is. Yeah, it's weird because they've not properly implemented like Doomguy stepping over things. As you can see, they still haven't implemented the maze properly, so the maze is kind of a mess still. Looks better for deathmatch in some ways. So I imagine for deathmatch this would have been really fun because you'd have been going around in circles, and I think that's like what makes a good deathmatch, is that like there's no like choke points. So this is normally where the armor secret is, by the way, if you go into the secret area in the maze. And you can see this is the chainsaw. Unfortunately, I can't actually grab it because it's on this raised platform here. Well, no, I think it's because like I can't step up, and I think that Doomguy just doesn't know how to use his legs properly yet. I made one acclaimed map, and I'm happy about that. That's great to hear. I mean, to be fair, like that's one more successful map than I've made. Yeah, so unfortunately, the way Doomguy moves, he can't climb up like small steps in this version, and he can't drop down gaps. So it is what it is. Everyone knows Doomguy's on roller skates. Well, in this version, he's on like broken roller skates. I would not say like he's having a good time on his roller skates here. So you can see that they've got the basic layout of the maze down, but they've just not implemented it fully. So this is probably the weirdest level, I think, because this is E1M6. No matter the footwear, he still refuses to jump. He has lead shoes on. So this is E1M6. Now, what's interesting about this is that the opening section here is exactly as you probably remember it. It looks similar, but then like when you turn to the left or right, it's completely different. Imagine doing a guy to have music like this, though. I mean, to be fair, this is a Snowboard Kids, I think. So the construction of this level, it seems like this was supposed to be like a big central area, and the idea is that like the level kind of shoots off in all these different directions. Jaguar Castle, but I've not uploaded it yet. I don't feel like socializing. Every time my mum invites guests over, I trap myself in my room. Not a bad plan. Not a terrible plan, to be honest. People can be annoying. Trust me, I know. I can be annoying. What makes this level particularly interesting, though, is like I said in the video for the last alpha I was covering, you can see here that there's actually like sections of this level. So this is like sections of the final level, but they're all scattered in the wrong order. So you can see here, this is where you would normally, there's a door normally over there, and that leads to the exit of the level. I don't know if Infinity will let me unload WADs long. I don't think it would. I don't imagine they would they? There we go. There's some Doom music. We finally hit the Doom section of the playlist. I know you've played Doom probably 1,000 times, but I'm still amazed how many details you remember. So the thing is, like with the alphas and the betas, it's pretty easy to remember because this is pretty interesting to me. Like I just love this kind of thing. Like there's ID. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Squirrel, if you want to post the link to your thing, your level, you can do. You know, like I'm not gonna get annoyed if people post the links to Doom levels. So yeah, the thing with this level is that it's spread across like all these weird sort of, it's scattered up in the wrong order, and it's like you see in this level, but it's clearly not near its final form yet. That's fair, Squirrel. I'm just saying, like, if people want to post links to like Doom levels in the chat, obviously feel free, because that I mean, it's Doom. We're talking about Doom, aren't we? So I'm not gonna like stop people from posting their work. So let's have a quick look at the map. Oh God, did not mean to do that. We're not doing that again, let me tell you. So if you look at the map for this level, it is very, very clearly sort of in a weird state here. I have a pet leopard gecko. His name is Jeb. Hi Jeb, hope Jeb's having a good day. Nice scorpion in Pirate. Yes, if you can see here, like it's shaped like a 1, 2, 3, 4, like an octagon. So it's got like 8 sides to it, and it's got like different sections that kind of lead off into different directions. So you can see here as well, this is what leads to the final room. So if you played you've all played Doom, this is the final room. Obviously, normally you come in a door that's here, and then you just head down the steps here. And it leads into what would be the final room, because there's normally a switch there. There's normally traps here with enemies in it. Seeing the automatic rendered with low resolution because I'm so used to it looking like Super Vim vector art. But you can see, like there, we're actually on the wrong side of the room that will eventually sort of house this section. That's the trap room, right? It is, yes. So this is normally where the pinkies will, sorry, the spectres come out of here, and the exit's normally behind here. So this is E1M3. So this is a very early look at what E1M3 looks like. So you can see this is the opening room with the lava pits here. So you can see that like they haven't quite put in the gates yet, but it doesn't matter because I can't fall in no matter how much I try. Also, what's this door texture here? That starts outside the little room. Yeah, they haven't put in the little room back there at the start, but I assume that's just for continuity purposes. So you can see here, there isn't a window yet to where the supercharge is. Normally there's a supercharge just there. Is this Symphony of the Night music? I can check. Give me a second. Castlevania Rondo of Blood music. Stage 4A, apparently. So I've never played Castlevania, so I can't really give you an opinion on that. So you can see that like the bones of this level are here. Oh look, we can actually look into the room here. I didn't think that was going to work, but it did. So if we head down here, you can see that there is actually a switch here. I don't know what it does, but we'll find out together. Oh, it actually does lead in the right direction here. That's interesting. No bias. Seems like you want a freezing die, need a safety inspector. So you can see that this is the area where you would normally grab the yellow key. But obviously I don't think they've thought that far ahead here. This room looks identical. Other than the fact that like these walls are just using placeholder texture, yeah. It's so great how they tease the sphere in the final version. Yeah, I do like that. So here's an interesting thing for you. We'll obviously go back a bit here. So normally when you get to this here, this leads you outside. But here, it's actually just this like really shitty looking room. And there's no other way for me to describe that. This is literally just a pretty crappy room. So no outdoor section in this version of the level. So I'm not quite sure what the intention here was. You've got all these weird like pillars and such in the way, but they're obviously, I don't think they've quite figured out what they want to do with this space yet. Was the original planet in Doom called Teyatenga? Yes, it was called Teyatenga. That was, in fact, here you go. This is actually Teyatenga. Originally, that was going to be the planet that the sort of base sections took place on. That's what Tom Hall called it in the Doom Bible. Give me a second. There we go. My belt was like pushing into my stomach. So Teyatenga there is, it's interesting that makes it into the final game. Like it is actually in the final version of Doom, that as is, I think this texture is as well. Makes me wonder if they did any paper designs by Doom 1 and 2 remastered. I do own Doom 1 and 2 remastered. It's fun. It's not the way I would play Doom, if I'm being honest with you, but you know, if that's the way you want to play Doom, then you know, that's great for you. High FPS. But yeah, you can see that like this level's here, but it's definitely not in its final form. This room looks very similar though to what the final version of this room's going to look like. Wonder if the secret door's here. No, they've not implemented the secret door yet. Normally that's where you go through to go to the yellow door. It just loops around. So that's basically the whole part of the level, because they've not put the exit area in quite yet. I love the Professor bundled both games and offered a free download. Yeah, I'm glad that the Professor did that, because I don't think I would have bought it otherwise. No secret exit either. Yeah, although what's interesting is that the route to the secret exit is still there. Because we saw it earlier on, because when you can look down through that secret wall, you can actually see the room where the secret exit's going to go. It's just a case of, I don't think that they've actually got round to putting in the bridge here, because... here we are, back in the card room. So remember, this was actually the first level way back in the last alpha, and here it's been kind of relegated to, like, the middle of the pack. So you can see that the card game actually makes it into Legacy of Rust. They put that in as a bit of an in-joke. So you can see that this is actually looking very close to what the final version of this level is actually going to look like. You can see here, like, this is what these areas are actually in the final version of the level. And you can see as well, other than like this weird texture here, this is remarkably close to what the final version of this room is going to look like. You can also see you can look down on the enemies down below. So this is where you would normally grab the red key. I don't think there's going to be a red key there here. By the way, I love the image of the ammo box with like the ammo just overflowing like that. Cool. So the shotgun actually works. When you pick it up as a shotgun, it actually works. My birthday's in less than an hour. Gonna have a massive session. Can't wait. Hey, Oblivion. No, I hope you have a great birthday. Hope it's a good one for you. The way the ammo droops out of the box looks sick. Yeah, so the only difference in this room, from what I can tell, other than that one texture, is, get out of the way, is that the middle bit here isn't dropped down. No, I think in the final version of this, there's like a middle section that can hurt you if you stand on it. Happy birthday. Yeah, exactly. Hope it's a great one for you. You can see they've not put the yellow key up top yet. And they still haven't put the red door here yet. So we're still pretty late into development here, and they still haven't implemented the like final layout. I'm gonna be 30. Wish I wasn't, but we all get old. I mean, I mean, it's my birthday and I'm older than that. Whoa, okay. Thanks for that, game. So for some reason it did not like me walking over that textured floor there. So if you don't remember, by the way, this is E2M7. This is the level that will be E2M7. Oh, no special, yeah. Have you planned your 30 years breakdown yet? I mean, just make sure you get the fire extinguisher ready. I needed one on my 30th birthday. Yeah, I'm going to try walking over this again just to see if, like, it'll crash again. Yeah, so it does not like us going over that floor there, like, at all. Which is fine. We know. We now know. Bunch of kids. Oh, JJ, I can't make it Sunday stream. Have a happy birthday. That's fine, Lava. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. I was going to do the birthday stream last weekend, but I got... Well, okay, so I'll tell you. I ended up having to go to my partner's parents because they wanted to go there for the weekend, and I didn't really. I wasn't. I mean, I wanted to, but I didn't really. You get what I mean? Like, it's not something that you really want to be doing with your free time. So, unfortunately, like, I wasn't really able to get any videos made, and so like it was a bit frustrating. But it was a fun time regardless. Use the same unknown, so it's what happens when the game doesn't know what special sex is for and the player enters it. Didn't know you were older than me, thought you were younger. As my 30s breakdown, biggest goal is to go sober and lose weight. I mean, to be fair, like 30, once you kind of get over the novelty of being 30, it kind of just feels like you're 20 in your 20s still. Oh, has the music stopped? Did we actually do a successful lap of all those songs, including the Christmas songs? No. There we go. Let's put some decent GoldenEye music on. But yeah, I found when I turned 30, it was interesting for like a week, and then I kind of got bored of being 30 because it's like, you know, this same stuff, different, you know, number. Oh yeah, I love GoldenEye. GoldenEye is one of my favorite games of all time. I wish they'd do a proper remaster of it, but you know, we can't wish for everything, can we? Guess you forgot about your own age. Oh no, I know how old I am. I just like I like to keep the mystery alive. I'm somewhere in my 30s. So you can see here, interestingly, they've gotten rid of all the locker textures. So if you don't remember, the last time we played the alphas, we saw that this room was just filled with like locker textures here. I'm guessing they just decided that locker texture didn't fit with what they wanted. And what they've also done here, they finally put a door in, so there's actually a room here. Because in every version of this level so far, we haven't really been able to come in here. I don't think about it all the time. They really should. It's pretty important history, parts of history. Wow, that floor elevation though. Yeah, so like if you drop down, like for example, if I try to drop down, sorry, you move. So if I try to drop down from here, the game won't let me. But if I step over here, it'll let me sort of drop down. It's like I'm weighed down by the floor. It's weird. Age is just a number. Yeah, like I don't really pay. I don't feel any older than I did when I was in my mid-20s. Oh look, they put more boxes in. So the big complaint I had about this room last time was that they hadn't put boxes in here, but you can see here they've actually fixed that now. So I don't think this is the final layout yet, quite, but we're getting close to it, I think. Yeah, I think you can only drop. I think you can only drop down like a certain amount, and then the game just stops you as he snaps the low elements. I've been doing guys wearing gravity boots. So this is the room where you normally grab the blue key. Obviously, they still haven't quite figured out what they want to do in this space yet. I had a girl in my younger years, miss her. She said no to me, and I've been searching for someone. I need to get a girl in my life. I'm sure you'll find someone, man. Like, first, look, the way I view it, and I say this to all my friends who were mourning when they turned 30. Like, your 30s are the new 20s. Like, I know that sounds like really cliche to say, but like the way the world is now, people in their 30s, they're living like they were in the 20s. Like it's nothing. 30's nothing. When you hit your 50s, that's when you should start worrying about things. Because trust me, I ain't got a pension right now, so it's like I'm looking forward to that part of my life. I saw someone say on a YouTube video a while back about age that in the modern times everyone still says like when you're 18 you have to become an adult, but really it's more like when you're 25 you become an adult, because even when you're up to like 25 you're still, the way that society treats you now, they still look at you as a kid, like you're still treated as a youngster. So like in my eyes, like you know, 25, like you're still nothing. Like 30 is nothing in age, so don't worry about turning 30, because I promise you, like, you know, the best years are still ahead of you. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is E1M8, right? Okay. I wondered what the hell that was then. I wondered where we were. I'm in my mid-30s and I don't feel like an adult yet. Exactly. Like I said, I've seen it being sort of talked about that, you know, people, the way society is now, like it's just you're no age until you hit your 40s, mid-40s. Like, you know, you're not old. You're not even close to old. And even in your mid-40s, you're not really that old, are you? Let's be honest. People live until the mid-80s now. No, they've not. So they've not put the secret in with the Is it the super? Is it the soul sphere they put in here, or is it the blue armor? I can't remember. I think it's the soul sphere in the final version of this level. So you can see here, these rooms with the weapons in this, they're actually here. It's funny when you shoot at the wall, it shows. So yeah, you can see here, like, it's a bit weird, this room. Like, so for example, in this room over here, it actually kind of loops around. I don't quite know what they were thinking with this room, but yeah, these side rooms are definitely a lot bigger here. No auto map yet. So there's no auto map, but you can see, but I can bring the auto map up so you can have a look. That feels a bit big. It feels a lot bigger than it was. So I remember reading that at some point there was supposed to be like caves in this level that kind of led into the start of a level. Maybe this is that. Maybe this is that cave system, and they hadn't quite implemented it properly at this point. You know, I'm curious where this goes, because I have no idea where this goes. Oh, wow. So this actually goes all the way around. Like, geez. I shave my beard. I get asked for ID. I have no beard. No questions. I haven't been asked for my ID in years. So this whole thing here, it kind of loops around in this weird way. Talks one to the end the episode. Yeah, no, like, this is so bizarre, because it's like this level just kind of loops. The dark rendering makes it feel ominous. It really does, especially when the pinkies sort of come out of nowhere. Let's have a look what's down here. So what on earth is this? So you can see here, this is what the original boss room in Knee Deep in the Dead looks like. Because here are the Barons of Hell. I saw that today. This is the My House of E1M8. So yeah, you can see here, like, there isn't like a central area like there is in the normal version. And this isn't shaped like a star, but it is kind of weird. Yeah, no, gosh. Oh wait, I haven't got any weapons. Stab. So yeah, this is what the original boss room for E1M8 looked like, and it definitely looks a bit different, let me tell you. It is jazz Jackrabbit music. Yes. Sit up here. It seems that the blue transition was supposed to represent a portal. I get that impression, but like it's just weird. But yeah, no, like I said, this is so the bones of this level are here, but the attention to detail, not really here yet. Let's see what the next level is. Okay, so this is E2M4. So this is wow, okay. So you should be able to recognize this level if you... Okay, apparently like a little bridge pops up there. That's interesting. So yeah, you should be able to recognize this level pretty easily. In fact, this level looks like it was barely changed. Yeah, so the starting area is missing, but like this is the section where you get crushed if you go into the middle there. You see, this is where the secret area with the chain gun is in the final version. So you can see that some of these levels, they were pretty much done, even at this early stage. This is like remarkably close to the final version of this level. If I can get onto this, I can. So you can see the blue key is still here, although they haven't put in a switch here. So you can't bring this wall down yet. There's a Baron of Hell in all these corridors, right? There is in the final version, but it doesn't look like there's a Baron of Hell here, because normally the Baron of Hell is in this room here. So, oh wow, so the imp trap is still here. This is actually in the final version of a level. Now, normally there's a Cacodemon in this area here. And in this end here, it's just an imp. That's fine. So normally this is a bit more hellish in appearance. But what's really interesting is you can see here, the yellow key is still in the center there. So normally the roof would drop down there. I don't think they've implemented crushers here because we haven't seen any of the crushers where they normally are. So you can see like the bones of this level are here, but they just haven't put the finishing touches in on it. So I want to do something here. So I don't know if you remember, in Decino's video about soft locks in Original Doom, he spotlighted a soft lock with this door. Normally what happens, this door will close, and you normally, once you've passed through it, if you go back through and you actually go to the other side, oh, okay, then you can't actually get back through. But it seems that at this point, it just works as normal. So that soft lock was actually inserted after this point, which means that someone deliberately took away the door opening line dev, which is pretty funny if you think about it. So they broke it in the final version. That's what I'm saying to you. Yeah. So in the final version of this, this bit's actually a soft lock potential if you close the door. But you can see here the door actually shuts itself, so you can't soft lock yourself. So someone's come in. I'm guessing it was Sandy, and broke the door. So well done, Sandy. That was on you. Ooh, look, it's more of these weird little bullet things. I get the feeling they haven't implemented Cacodemons yet, because we haven't seen a single Cacodemon. So what we're going to do, we're going to head up the steps here. I am curious. Okay, so the hole is there. That's normally where you get the plasma rifle, but we can't drop down there right now. Oh, okay. So in the final version of this level, this is a lift, but here it's a bunch of steps. I doubt the people who made those maps will probably be looking at them 33 years later. Exactly, Burned Oils, exactly. But here's the thing, we are looking at them 33 years later. And we are judging them. Remember, this was never meant to be for public consumption. This was all like meant to be internal. Hey, no. Hey, like, oh, look at that. That's a new item. So that's like a Bible with a cross on it. Picking it up does absolutely nothing, by the way, if you're wondering I assumed it was going to feature into the scoring system, but it does. I don't think they actually implemented that. Right, so we've actually reached the end of this alpha build. There's no more levels for us to talk about here. So I'm going to ask, because I'm going to ask now because we've done all of the levels. We've gone through every one of them. I'm going to ask you now if there's anything that you want to see again, because obviously I've got this loaded up. I can skip to any of the levels that you want to see. If there's anything that you want to see before we move on to the next thing, please let me know and we can go and have a look at it again. The Bible's supposed to earn you an extra life, if I'm not mistaken. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Interesting use of the Bible. Can't imagine that would have gone down well with the people that like Bibles. But yeah, like I said, I'm here to provide this service to you if you want it, because obviously I know that not everyone wants to set this up themselves. So if there's anything that you want to see, if there's anything that you want me to go back and take another look at quickly, I can do that for you. So I'm happy to do that. But if not, then what we'll do, we'll move on to the pre-release beta. I'm gonna have to check quickly where I've installed that, because the funny thing with that is you have to actually install it. You can't just run it. That's launched onto journalists. Yeah, so the pre-release beta was released to journalists. I think it was in September 1993. Or was it October? It was late September or early October. I don't remember the exact date, but the idea was that like you had to have like you could only play it in like a very small window, and a bunch of people have made tools to access it outside of that time. So again, we'll be looking at something that we shouldn't really be looking at, but we are going to be looking at. But yeah, since no one's kind of like popped up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly look at the read this. Read this does not work. Yeah, but the funny thing is, it's so different from the final version of Doom. It's actually really interesting. Okay, so I'll show you the this screen here. So while this is going on, I'm going to quickly take a look on the other screen just so I can see where I've actually installed this pre-release beta. So give me a second, because the problem is like I have them all in one file, but I haven't labeled them all what they actually are. Um, is that it? Pre-release. Okay, that's it. I found it. Okay, so I just need to make my way over to a very specific file. So the reason I'm doing, like I said, I'm just checking where I've installed it. So it is cd doom p prt. There we go. Got it. Huh. Maybe I've not got it. What I'm gonna do, we're just gonna do install. Okay, so we're gonna install this right now, apparently. Okay, 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 that's fine. Doom Evil, do all the weapons work? Not in the version I just did for you there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna quickly install this into the let's call it Doom Demo 1. Okay. So you are watching me install a DOS program on live on stream. Congratulations! I didn't expect to be doing this today. Um, cool. So we're going to install this. We're going to install this. Apparently, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. How goes? I'm good. I'm good, Michael. How are you? How are you? Are we going? Are we going? I don't think we're going. It says it's inflating. I don't. So this is the fun thing with DOS. Like sometimes you don't know if it's doing the thing you want it to be doing. That's good to hear, Michael. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if this is working. I don't know if this is actually working. Right. Give me a second. Oh. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. It's working. It's working. It's alive. No, it is alive. It is indeed alive. DIR-P. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Let's just try New Doom. I don't know what this is gonna do. This might work. This might not work. Let's press release time period. Oh, right. Okay. So this is what happens if you don't put the patch in. Right. Okay. So you can see here, it actually just doesn't let you play at all. Let's see. Let me see. I swear I've already installed this. Because how did I get the footage off it? Of course I've installed it. Nothing like good old DOS. Yes, no, like we are recreating right now the joys of DOS prompting our way in and out of problems. Give me like I said, I'm just checking because I know I've got it installed, but okay, so I don't want that. I don't want that. Huh. Okay, I found it. I found it. It's fine. We're good. I've saved it. I've saved the stream. Right, so I have to go CD games, CD Doom A 3.5. Good. We don't appreciate graphical UIs enough. We do not appreciate graphical UIs enough. So if I do this, it should work. No, it does not. Hard Doom. No. New Doom. Let's try this. No. Unable to change. Hmm. Have you tried help? I know, right? I know. Oh. You know, the funny thing is, when I've done this in the past, it didn't do any of this. So I'm kind of like wondering. Let's see if that works. No, it does not. Okay. We will force this to happen. Let's put in New Doom again. Okay. Is it DOS for GW? No. Turn it off and on. No, I'm hitting it with my hand. That's what I'm gonna do. Hmm. So that's interesting. Right. Knee deep in the command line. I know, right? I know, right? Huh. Well, this is the fun when you do stuff with like DOS and Doom that's like many, many years old. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. Sometimes it really does not want to work. Reminds you of the hacking mini game from Enter the Matrix. Troubleshoot and debug until it is done. I mean, to be fair, like, what I'll probably do, because what I'll probably do tomorrow, because obviously it's quite late here, I'll probably just jump in tomorrow and have a look. But what I'll do for now, what I'll do for now then, CD. Oh, right, it's not in the game. Right, of course it's not, because I didn't install it in the right folder. Welcome to troubleshooting with DOS. Huh. Interesting. Why are you not letting me change to that? Try that again? No. Isn't it something like WAD? No, normally it isn't. Normally it's just a case of hitting the executable, or the batch file, and both of those failed. So, interesting. Yeah, the executables.exe, I agree, yes. Well, it's a good thing I've got this up on my other screen, isn't it? Okay, cd ... Okay. Did I go one step too far? I did. Right, so what we're going to do... rather than playing the pre-release beta, which obviously I can't get working, I'm going to play through a bit of the original shareware version. So this is actually... this is version 0.99. So you can see this is version 0.99 because it's telling us it's the shareware version. And as you can see, there isn't actually a nightmare difficulty. Maybe ChatGPT knows. Can you imagine? The one with the weird enemy shouts. So you can see there isn't actually a nightmare difficulty in this one. They haven't implemented it yet. So this is the shareware version that was actually released on the day of release. So I think this was the 10th of December. And yes, I am playing with the keyboard. dir command works in DOS. Yeah, dir-p gives you like it page by page. dir just sort of scrolls right through it all. It's a bit weird that Doom is one of the few games that doesn't have an exclusive level. I agree. So the first big change you'll notice is there's no switch here. So that switch was only implemented in, I think it was 1.9 when they did the Ultimate Doom. So what you'll notice is that pitch shifting is very much a thing here. I still love Tino's email to Mero about nightmare difficulties a joke, yay or nay. So we'll grab that. But do you know what's really crazy? I remember this being the way that I played Doom for a very long time. Because you have to remember that, like, the way that it kind of worked back in the day, the shareware version of Doom, it kind of got passed around very quickly. So people were able to get hold of these older versions. They didn't get hold of the updated versions. So what's interesting, and this is one of the bigger changes that you'll notice, there isn't actually an elevator here. So if you actually bring up the map here and you put in the full map cheat, you can see that there isn't actually a secret in this area. And you know, I don't think I can do no clip because I don't actually know the original no clip for Doom 1. But yeah, there is no actual area. I got blasted again. What did I miss? Yeah, so basically we're just doing the Showa version of Doom for a bit. This is how I remember the Showa version, except mine didn't have sounds. So mine didn't have sounds when I did the original video on my channel, but then when I came back and did it a second time, I was able to fix the sounds. Also no window in the computer room. Yeah, so you can see that they were making changes to Doom even after the game released. It's funny because everyone says that like modern games are bad for like post-release DLC, you know, patches and such. Doom needed to be patched up pretty aggressively. Oh god, lava. Like, so I know you're right because I remember the cheat, but like that just kind of shows you how like silly everything was. Oh man, the Quake games have patches released every week for 2 months after they released. That's because Quake was kind of a mess when they released it. They're only making Legend FPS. Oh right, so there's something I can show you. So I'm gonna do this quickly. I'm going to just do a quick save here. But I want to show you something really quickly on the first level here. It's probably actually easier that I show you on the first level rather than waiting to show you on another level. I'm going to do this. We're going to head outside. And so I want you to pay attention to the armor at the bottom of the screen. So when we pick up the blue armor here, we get, well, we have 199 armor, you know, fine. So we're going to run back to the start of a level here. So I'm going to start picking up armor bonuses. 200% armor. And then we're going to walk over here. 201% armor. 202% armor. So yeah, one thing they didn't do when Doom released, they didn't cap the armor at 200%. 200%. Was there an update mechanism back then, or you had to, or did you have to manually go to the site? You had to manually go to the site and download it. Above 200 armor, that's cursed. Yeah, so it's one of those things where they didn't properly implement the armor system with a cap. So it is theoretically possible to get like way more armor than you're meant to get. Should we do that? Should we actually see how high we can get it? Kind of like Serious Sam. Yeah, no, it's a bit silly when you kind of see it. So I think we should see how far we can get with this. Like, I want to see if we can get... When I was a kid, I remember getting 300%, so I know it's possible. That'll be hilarious. Yeah, so we're just going to be playing through this. I'll show you all the differences and all that. But we're going to be focusing on trying to get as much armor as we can. Why not? Exactly, yeah, why not? I just have to play really carefully because I don't want to lose armor. Look, we got to 210. I mean, that's something. Armor speedrun. I wonder what would happen if you go past 909% armor. That is a good idea. In fact, you know what? You know what? I'm going to safeguard us. Because, like, we can't lose armor if we are invincible. So, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's go. I literally want to see their message. Maybe it's an well, no. So I think that they actually forgot to cap it. But obviously, you know, you can see here that the damage and obviously all that is it's the way the maze looks exactly as it's supposed to look. So you know, this isn't we're not doing anything like too unbecoming here. I just want to see if we can get to 300. I just want to see if we can get that 300% armor rock in there. I mean, it's just something silly, but like I remember when I was a kid, I managed to get to it without the invincibility cheat, but obviously we can be smart about it and we can just use the invincibility. But yeah, you'll notice as well with the sounds are pitched, and that's because originally Doom did actually have pitch sound in it. And then I think they were deactivated by accident in one of the updates. Broadcast feature when there was neat. Allow for multi-screen. It was, but it also destroyed networks that it was used on. Like, it absolutely shredded Office networks. Hey, Arguy, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're being a bit silly. We are playing through Doom 0.99 version, but what we're trying to do, we're trying to see how high we can get that armor count. Maybe when you reach 1,000 it says 6-7. Can you imagine? By the way, if you're curious, I am playing on keyboard at the minute. So, if you're wondering how I'm playing this, I am using the directional keys on the keyboard. So, I know people like to discuss, should Doom be played as keyboard only? When I was a kid, this is exactly how I played. So, to me, this is nothing new. So I think I'm going to show you something else now. When we get like this super soul here, you'll notice it doesn't let us go to 200% health. And I spotted this when I was doing the recording for my other video. We're going to pick this health bonus up here, and you'll see it doesn't let us go to 200% health. Shift to run. That was the way. Yeah, no, so I've got my ring finger on my left hand jammed on the shift key, because that's how it was when I was a kid. So yeah, so not only does the game not let you, so not only does the game not cap you for armor, it doesn't let you have 200% health. So that's like cursed to the max. When I played this when it came out, keyboard only, weird something. Yeah, the mice of 1990s were not good, and Doom did not play well with the mouse. I checked that out. Hey everyone at the Slipgate Studios, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are currently being very stupid. We are seeing how much armor we can get in the Sherwood version of Doom. For reference, on the day one release of Doom, they didn't cap how much armor you could get, and they also didn't let you get 200% health. So you can see here we're stuck on 199. So yeah, it's a cursed version of Doom, this one. So another thing that's different is this switch. Now, I think someone told me this is the only place that this texture is actually used in Ultimate Doom. So this texture here, when it was taken out of the, you know, later versions, it basically made this texture like unused. But you can see that when you look down here, there isn't actually a switch in the pit. So funnily enough, you can drop down and it will actually just raise up for you. But you can also use this switch here. Ooh. Oh. I did that. So now I've now got to go and get the no clip cheat. There it is. Someone very helpfully put it in the chat earlier. Oh my god, that actually worked. So you can see here, we are now doing no clip. Now I've got to put that back in to get it out. Like, goodness me. ID, SP, IS, PO, PD. I would love to know why they made the no clip cheat that ridiculous string of letters. No, I know, Lava, because I actually scrolled up to see when you posted it earlier. No way, that used to be like that. That's crazy. Yeah, so like I said, they changed a lot of things after the release of this. They were really like, they really came in and were like, hey, we want to change a lot of these levels. It's piss popped is how I pronounced it. Yeah, I know by memory. So I remember seeing it as a kid, and I remember never remembering it. I can remember all the other Doom cheats though, so it's not. I just want to see if I can turn the music up. Give me a second. There you go. So at least you can get some music. Oh, lovely. See, lots of armor here. We're doing really well. Lol, what? They should have added a way to escape that acid pit. Ivory was a running gag in some joke wads back in the day. One thing that's cool about this no clip is that the game doesn't crash if you go out of bounds. So you can see as well, like I said, there's no way to get to 200% health in this version. My name is Fun Easter Egg, because someone emailed in and said that they should name the Smashing Pumpkins. Ah, nice. One thing that's cool is no clipping. Yeah, no, because it doesn't crash it when you go out of bounds, does it? I just want to see if we can get to 300. That's the goal. That's the dream here. To get to 300% armor. Why? Because we can. Why not? By the way, there's nothing really interesting out in the secret level. Unfortunately, like, they didn't actually make any big changes to that. I always like it when game devs reference popular jokes by the fans. Yeah, and I think the thing is, like, what I like about id around this time, they were at least kind of like willing to kind of play around with the fans. You know, they didn't take away the modding tools or anything like that, because I know for a fact that other developers would have taken away like the ability to mod the second they realized they could have monetized it. We missed the best Doom song though. I mean, if you want, I can do this. Oh, maybe that doesn't work in this Showa version. I did try to put the music cheat in, but it didn't have it. It wasn't having any of that. I do wonder if I put in the all weapons cheat, would it actually let me have all the weapons? No, it does not. Oh, wait. It does? No, it doesn't. Oh, that's dirty. Okay, right. So, You can probably see there that number 6 and number 7 have lit up. Unfortunately, hitting 6 and 7... Oh, right, it's taking the armor down. Ah. That was dumb of me. That was dumb of me. Rip armor. I know, I know. Yeah, I didn't save... Wait, hold up. I did save it recently. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Fine. You say rip armor, what I say is we can do it again. We can build it bigger. We can build it bigger. Well, like I said there, what was interesting was it lit up the numbers for the weapons, but it didn't give me the weapons, so I couldn't activate the whip and tear armor. Okay, time for some temporary replay. Well, no, it's because obviously I want to get to 300% armor. I didn't realize putting in the all weapons cheat would immediately take it away from us. Also, something you'll notice, if you listen, when we pick up the items here, it doesn't actually play the normal noises. It just plays the normal, like, pickup noise. So, they obviously hadn't implemented that either. That's something that must have come in after the release. Bigger, better. Exactly, yeah, you know. But yeah, so it didn't give me the plasma rifle, and it didn't give me the BFG. Which frankly is a bit rude. Okay, I need your armor. Where's your armor? Give me armor. We're not going down there. Yes, there's a bunch of armor here. Excellent. But isn't like in Duke Nukem 3D Show 2, you don't have access to the retail weapons. Yeah, no, I just found it. I wanted to see if it would actually give it to us, but it didn't. So, I mean, it's obvious when you think about it, but I was just curious. See, we should have come to this place. I should have come to this place in the first playthrough. Also, that's some nice armor right there. Is there a video on the old versions? Show her do 99% armor. Hey, I just want to see how high we can get it, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone with a 300% armor from this version. But yeah, I'm also pointing out the differences to you while we're going through all these levels, but here's the thing, there are no differences with this level. Ow. Thought we made it then. Make sure to save again in case something happens. I agree. I agree. I'm not immune from making stupid decisions. Look at all this armor. Normally I'd just run past all this, but like, you know, in this run it's like armor's the only thing I care about. So the thing is, I don't mind the 32X version, it's just a bit rubbish, that's all. It is kind of cursed. It is very cursed, actually, that you know we have 287% armor. But yeah, I mean, did anyone else play Doom with the keyboard when they were kids, or when they used to play when they were younger? 13% more armor needed. Yeah, exactly. We are crawling towards that armor total. When you dream big, you get big outcomes. You think there'd be more armor bonuses around here, wouldn't you? But no, there aren't. Really? This level's rubbish. We're playing Doom 20 plus years later. Exactly. Who doesn't love a bit of Doom? Don't let anyone tell you how much armor is too much. Exactly. Oh, by the way, because this is the shareware version, avert your eyes if you live in Germany. Avert your eyes. So this is probably the biggest infamous change that they made, and obviously because, you know, it is what it is, but like so obviously the team at id Software, they did this as like a homage to Wolfenstein 3D, and unfortunately people kind of took it the wrong way. Gasp. Yeah, exactly. The symbol on the floor. It's gonna corrupt our children. Oh yes, please. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen on this level. I also understand why they changed it. It's probably the right decision. No, I get why they did it. I'm poking fun at the fact that they had to do it in the first place. Unfortunately, back then, like, it was a bit more innocent. The fact that he was there, I feel like it would be a much bigger thing in the modern times. So there's actually a big change here, and I want to sort of showcase it to you. 9% more, 6% more. So you'll notice that these lifts here, they actually only come down when we actually step over there. And what's even more curious is that we can't actually get them to go back up, and there's a reason for that, because if I bring up the map screen here, you can see there is no secret section. Well, this music's super nostalgic. So you can see not only do the lifts not go back up, but there isn't actually a secret section with a teleport in it. Now, I would speculate that they did that for multiplayer because it kind of connects all the areas of the level up, but it also means that this is another area that gets added in a future update. Spencer's very tense. Great track, this one. Funny how they added in several secrets in the patch versions. It is interesting because obviously they weren't under any like obligation to do that, but they obviously felt the need to do it. Maybe they got a lot of feedbacks telling them at the time, like, you know, they needed to like make the changes. Who knows? Come on. Okay, so 2 more percent armor. Can we do it? I promised you it would happen on this level. I don't think it's going to happen on this level. Is there no more armor bonuses on this level? Really? Doesn't matter. There's literally one right there. So, congratulations. We've got 300% armor. So yes, well done. Take me back to the 90s. Now 513. 300% armor, we made it. 300% hype, exactly. Look, we did it. We set our minds to it and we did it. That's the important thing. They said we couldn't do it. They said that we were madmen, but madmen and women. But no, we did it. Oh, 300%. Okay, I think we've got too much armor now. I think we're a bit drunk off the armor at this point. We've done and witnessed something cursed. A few of us have done with the show of Doom. Yeah, no, exactly. We've done what few of us have ever tried in a pointless venture in the Showa version of Doom. We have achieved 300% magnificence. Although I am surprised there wasn't more armor in that last level. Look, we're drunk on power. We've got 318. Trap shotgunny. We've done it. Master Chief with his much shield. I know, right? We'll be loaning it out soon. So the reason I'm playing on, by the way, is because there is something there is stuff I still want to show you. So there is actually a reason to come into this maze if you're playing this Showa version, and the reason for that is because... Ooh, armor. Yes, please. Oh, wow, lots of armor. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. So, if you're not aware, there is actually something going on very strange in this room. Oh, wow, more armor. Ooh, please. They'll think it's photoshopped. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So there's actually something really strange going on here, and I want you to kind of... What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the music here so you can hear it. Will he make any noise? Yeah, so you can hear it there. There is actually, if you weren't aware, there is actually an enemy trapped in the walls here. Wait, where is he? Wait a minute. Where's he gone? UV only. Oh, it might be UV only, yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, it probably is actually UV only, actually. I was going to say, like, has he, like, just decided, like, this one time to not be there? But yeah, there is actually an enemy that's trapped in the walls. It's a shotgunner. And the only way you can kill it is by using the rocket launcher. Good catch, that. Thank you for pointing that out. See, I don't play on anything but UV normally, so I'm not used to the enemy placements down here. Yeah, thank you, Ren. That's actually a good catch. Yeah, can you imagine? So we're not getting to 400% armor, but I do want to see how high we can get it. Because we're so close to the end of this episode now, we may as well push through to the end. See, I did the thing there where I thought there were shotgunners outside, and there were not. There were no shotgunners to be found. Excuse me. You really think there's more armor in this area, and then there's no armor in this area. Genuinely surprised by the lack of armor in this level. Could you play my house mod sometime, please? I'm down to do that. I've not actually played it myself, so you know, if I did that, it would be a first-time play on stream. So, you know, that's you could watch. You could be amused as I fail miserably. You mentioned looking at TNT Plutonia. Yes, so one of the videos that I spoke about this on one of the last streams, and then I didn't actually do it because I went on that break to in-laws. But I'm actually working on a TNT video. Let me turn it down a bit. But yeah, I want to do more stuff with TNT and Plutonia. That's one of the reasons why I did the wormhole video the other day, because I want to start doing more TNT Plutonia stuff. Doofy. Read the journal first, then did blind faith booze. There you go, we made it to 350. I don't think we're going much further than this though, so you know, enjoy the dizzy heights of 350 armor. Still peak, honestly. Well, like I said, I want to see how high I can get it. I'm a bit disappointed because like I expected there to be way more armor bonuses in these levels, but it seems like not so. I like TNT, it was a favourite back in the day. So TNT is actually one of my favourite level sets to play through. I know people don't like it, I know it gets a bad rep, but I really like it. Even though I accept that like it's flawed in points. What happens after 999% armor? I have no idea. I don't think we're not going to get anywhere near to finding out, but I'm sure if someone wanted to edit in that much armor, they could. Actually, you know what? No, maybe. I'm in my head. I'm like, do I reckon I could edit this WOD? File Doom was very divisive expansion. It was, unfortunately, which is a shame because like I said, I think TNT is great, and I think Plutonia does what it needs to do. Palpatine do it. I think you know what I'm thinking. Because there's technically nothing stopping me from opening up Doom Editor, slapping a bunch of armor in and just seeing what happens for the giggles. I think we've hit the limit on what this is going to be. 367 seems like it's going to be the final point. Do it. You know what? I might do it because it'll only take about 5 minutes. So I'm not that desperate to finish the stream. Let's do that. That'd be great. Yeah, no, so I'm thinking I might do that in a second. So the final thing I want to show off to you is the so there was actually a hard limit on the number of visible objects and line devs that, you know, the original Doom renderer could have, and this is one of the spots where you can actually trigger it to hit that limit pretty aggressively. So if you watch, let's see if I can make it happen. If you look through the star, it can cause like a big graphical issue to occur. Can I make it happen? So this is the space where like you'd normally make it happen. But let's see if I can actually get it to happen. You have to raise the stairs first. Let's see if I have to raise the stairs. That's a good point. So in the original Doom renderer, there is a hard limit on how many objects can be rendered at once. And in this level, oh, there you go. There you go. You can see it. Thank you. It was the steps. So if you watch, the like the game starts really panicking when it hits that limit. So you can just see, if you look like over where the arrow is, it kind of starts freaking out. Speak of the error. There it is. So you can kind of see it there. Like it basically, because the renderer can't render anymore, it just starts melting everything together. Oh, there we go. See, that's better. See, now it's performing. See, it had performance anxiety. That's all it had. So yeah, it's not a big one, but it's just a funny one because in future updates they actually get rid of that limit. But yeah, we did 367% armor legit, so that's probably why John Carmack hated outdoor parts so much. Quite possibly. I like that it's taking forever for this to happen because of the amount of armor we have. No, our armor. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm feeling kind of, you know, because I'm feeling kind of thingy, what I'll put it over onto this screen. Right, because I'm just going to get Doom Builder up here. There we go. I do actually have it installed. So what we're going to do, we're just doing this for giggles. I'm going to see if we can kind of break this a bit more. Fun fact, if you watch Zero Master's Nightmare on TNT, the original executable, it'll crash on map 22. Teletext saying nostalgia. Oh, setting off nostalgia again. I'm glad you like it. Maybe Nigel was the friends we made along the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the WAD file for that. So let's see if I can find it. I'm going to put some music on while this is happening so you don't all get like completely bored. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do, I want to see what happens if we get like 999 armor. So I'm just going to... so if I go to the file I did... Right. Yes, it will actually let me edit it. Excellent. Cool. I'm having the time of my life here. Yeah, so let's see if... So let's open map 1 here. I don't know if this is going to work, by the way. So like, let's just kind of, let's temper our expectations here accordingly. I thought it was going to overflow a long time ago. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a blue armor in front of the entrance, in front of the level entrance, and then I'm literally going to just dump down armor bonuses galore. Yes, I know this is very sad, but we're doing this for science, and science demands that we, you know, do this. You think it could cause rendering issues? Quite possibly. This might actually break the game. This might break the game ridiculously, but you know, for science, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Get ready to hit the pace button at 900. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm doing it this way, because I'm like, if I do it this way, like, it can't go wrong, can it? It cannot go wrong. We're breaking new ground here. No, like I said, like for science, I'm willing to make this sacrifice. The problem is I have no idea how many armor bonuses we put down, so I'm just going to be very cautious and just overdo it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do that, and then we're going to copy and paste. Oh, you can't actually see, can you? Just give me a second. So you don't see all 1,000 at the same time. Maybe put 500 inside and 500 outside. Possibly. That's actually a good plan. That's actually a really fun, that's actually a really clever plan. So I have no idea. I have no idea if this is going to work. So if this doesn't work, please don't shoot the messenger. I would be shocked if this works. I know. I don't think it's going to work either. But you know, we have to try for science. Okay, here we go. Okay. No, it's working. Is it working? Okay. 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 Oh. Okay. It worked. It works. Okay. It works. So if you do that, like it just kind of like the number just kind of like shoots up. No, the screen is permanently green. So what we'll do, we'll redo it. Because like obviously, like I did not expect that. It's like miles in a car. So like look, you can see like oh, that yellow fade makes me feel like this is so you can see like it jumps quickly. So yeah, so you said it wasn't possible, but it is possible. Oh, did you not see that? Oh look, they're not rendering in. Because again, the game's panicking because it's like it has to render all this stuff in. It rolled out, yeah. So if you go to 999, it literally just rolls it over. And you can see it's not rendering in all the armor bonuses because I think it's having like a little bit of a freak out. 1,000 digits is unrendered. What do I want to do? I want to see if I can get it to like 999. I want to see if we can... Oh, by the way, we've accidentally multiplied the bodies, but I don't think anyone's really that upset. I'm surprised that it doesn't crash the game. I am legit surprised as well it doesn't crash the game. What I'm going to do, we're going to save here. Okay. I want to see if we can get to like... Okay. I want to see if we can get it... Okay. 800, 984, 999. Feels like an underfloor will happen. Don't go panicking on me now. Don't go panicking on. There we go. We did it. 999. Play no spot on this version. You could cause an insure flow by shooting over as many R bonuses, like all ghost effect. $999. So this is so. What happens if you take damage? What happens if I take damage? That's oh, you see. Oh no, we lost it. But I did save, so we can bring it back. Oh look, if we load it as well, like it literally like. So basically, because we've just gotten shot, it's literally like, okay, now we're putting the green screen back on you. But look at that. Look at it's literally like give us the green screen effect again because like I don't think it knows what to do with us. So yeah, but yeah, when you collect like more, it literally just rolls it over. But what's interesting is it says 003%. So look, so you can see it's at 003. So I guarantee if we get hit here, I think if we get hit here, it'll go back down to 999. I just need this imp to... Yeah, look. Because what's happened, you'll notice, it was still on 3 digits. Because it was on like 3 digits, it's technically 100. It's just not showing us the numbers. This is... Yeah, no. You made the most optimized game ever, Brick. Yeah, so like you can see like because when we go over the 1,000, it keeps 4 digits and 3 digits, and it's not, and it's normally 2 digits. So the game knows that there's more than 100 armor there, but it doesn't know how to display it, so it's just rolled it round. Well, yeah, because they never expected this. So the thing is, like, it's a shame because we don't have the health. But I legit believe you could stand here and take armor, you could take damage all day off the enemies here, and you'd still end up like rolling through all the armor you picked up. Now let's see if you can make it 10,000. New objective acquired. I mean, like, I've literally still got it open here, like, so I can literally do that if like. I mean, literally all I have to do is keep copy and pasting, and either the game's going to break, which, you know, it could happen. It could very well happen, or we can get to see if we can sort of force it to do more than 3 zeros. I just want to see now, like, because we've basically crossed the threshold here. We may as well see how far we can go. Spoilers, I did not expect to be doing this on a stream, but you know, let's go. I do like playing, because literally all I'm doing here is I'm copying and the armor bonuses on top. Oh wow, that took a second to load in. Okay, so I actually don't think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna break the game. But we're already here. We may as well enjoy the view. We may as well enjoy the view from what's... No. The game just said no. Yeah, they failed on allocation of 160 bits. Probably better. Yes. I'm proud to be witness to this chaotic harvest spam. Yeah, so the original Doom engine is not designed for that kind of like that number of items, and I think what we did there, we pushed it to its absolute limits. It said go sleep. Rip memory. Hey, that was fun. That was fun. We obviously, like, I've destroyed this wad now. I'm never going to be able to touch this wad. Oh dear. I would love to see if we can get to 1,000. That would be pretty fun, but I don't know. What I'll do, I'm going to put them some out here. I think it's because like there's so much other stuff in the level. It kind of, I don't think it's going to let me, even if I want to. I guess you could say the Doomsbound armor. Yeah, so there you go. We've done some testing with the beta here, and like I said, I want to see if we can get it to 4 digits, but I don't think it's going to let us. No. Yeah, no, we found the limit. We found the limit. But yeah, no, that was really fun. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was I did not expect that to be happening, but you know, you can get over 1,000 armor in the Showa version of Doom, and the game just lets it happen. It's cool for you to do these things out. No, like I said, I'm always intrigued by like these little quirky things, and like that there, for example, like someone said in the chat, let's do some out throw some armor bonuses in. I was like, let's see if we can do it. When are you doing my house ward stream? Probably um if I was gonna do my house, I'll probably do my house sometime in the future. I will do it. Are you gonna be doing AT&T streams? I'm a bit sad that I missed the New Year stream. Yeah, no, so I plan to finish off TNT at some point. I was gonna do it tonight, but obviously we did this and we had a good time. So what I'll probably do if I stream tomorrow, TNT, but if I don't stream tomorrow, it'll be next week sometime. Have you played Sigil? I like Sigil. Sigil's good. Not a fan of Sigil 2. Don't like Sigil 2, but Sigil 1, yeah, sure. Will you be playing Memento Mori on your birthday stream? Memento Mori is one of the ones I'm going to be playing. I'll be playing a mixture of streams, but I use Memento Mori because it's got the nicest title screen. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This was really fun, and I'm glad we all had a fun time with it. It was a bit silly, but yeah, thank you so much, and I will catch you if not tomorrow night, then on my birthday stream, which will be on Sunday, and then I'll probably stream again on Sunday night. So you know, if you can't get to the day stream, there'll probably be a night stream. Yeah. Have a good night. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad everyone had a good time. I'm glad everyone had a good time.